What if we stole some really famous art and then made out in the art gallery? Which is exactly what my Sims are about to get up to. What a wild start. Never thought I would start a Sims gameplay episode with that. But before we get into that, Sundays are for spending time with the family, chilling, and cooking some good food. So we need to focus on our family recipes. In the last part, we actually unlocked a wild special touch that I did not think we'd be able to get so easily, especially whilst my Sim was still a teenager. But we got the Dream Chaser. Sims earn double satisfaction points from completing wants and aspirations. Honestly, really, really good for those of you who may be doing like a form of like rags to riches, nightmare legacy type challenge. This is definitely gonna help for when you want to get those aspirations done quickly and you want a lot of the points to come with it. So we are gonna make the Dream Chaser. This is gonna be called This Is What Dreams Are Made Of. Thank God it let me type all of that out. The recipe, ooh, we don't know that many recipes. We are actually only a level 3 in cooking, but I'm so down for doing something like so standard. Like, I feel the standard of most standard in The Sims 4 is a grilled cheese. Does this mean every time we make it, it's gonna be that serving? We'll do a family of 4, and then we will go for special ingredient. This is what dreams are made of. Honestly, garlic is what my dreams are made of, but I feel like we've already put garlic. No, get in the bin. I will absolutely not be putting mushroom into it. I feel like this one should be quite expensive, so we might go for a pomegranate, darling. I don't know my fruits. 291 simoleons to make this. Definitely not the most expensive. Should we go for the most expensive? That would be dragon fruit, which would be 1,391 simoleons. I feel like this is possibly the most OP special touch that you can have, so I'm kind of down for going for the most expensive. It'd actually be interesting to see how expensive each of these are. Total cost 1,454 simoleons. Absolutely delightful. He is gonna go serve. This is what dreams are made of. Grilled cheese. Ida, can you throw that away? And then also, I'm gonna need you to I was gonna have her empty the rubbish, but I feel like that's what she was doing anyway. Sure, girly, you can be neat. Yep, she just keeps putting it on the floor and then celebrating the fact that she's put that on the floor. Ugh, to be fair, this is icky. Finn, we need to go down. How good would it be if you could get Trashley photos, like paintings, from the dumpster? Like, that just feels like such a missed opportunity to be able to do that. Although I haven't really been dumpster diving all too much, so maybe we will try a little bit of dumpster diving. We need to swipe items worth 250,000 simoleons, which I fear we're not going to be able to do at this part. That is an awful lot of simoleons. There was also another family recipe that he hadn't made, and that was the academic ace. Increases the speed at which homework is completed. Honestly, maybe a carrot. I just feel like carrots, they have like a raw potential, you know? This feels like such a classic dish. A taco casserole with a secret ingredient of carrot. And we're getting really, really creative with the name. It's just called a to carrot casserole. To carrot or not to carrot? That is the question. That should have been the name, but I fear that is going to be too long. So of course, we are also going to make that. We actually need to buy something from Trashley Real Person. I know technically we don't really need to be focusing on our wants too much anymore, considering we already got it. We're actually gonna mentor Finn's cooking as he's working, just to try and get his skill up a little bit faster. Whoa, he is actually flying. Level 4, he can now make spaghetti and strawberry cake. Whoa, look how fast that skill is going up. Mentoring is absolutely OP. I think that was actually glitched out a little bit. Nope, there we go. 42%. That flew up. And now he's watching Simda. Is that because you want to chat with your crush? I heard that you like to steal things. I don't think I want you in my home anymore. Ollie! Well, too bad to them because we actually need to hang out with Ollie today. And then Ida, I know that there's definitely some family recipes that you also haven't cooked. And those would be low maintenance and moodlet booster. I think he actually might have moodlet booster as well. So we're going to go from low maintenance, slows down how quickly needs decrease for toddlers and children. That is absolutely incredible. Obviously, Finn's not going to need to know this for at least a little bit. French toast would be cute. I feel like kids would probably love. And this one is just going to be called Chill Out Lads. 202 simoleons, which in my opinion really isn't that much money for, you know, having a life, not having to worry about your kids too much. I am going to let him focus on his homework a little bit. The Dream Chaser lasts, it could have been technically longer than 12 hours. I think we've actually been playing a little bit longer, so it might have been something like 14 hours, but it does give you a +2 to focus. My incredibly wise grandparents once said, "Don't let memes be dreams." It's amazing how a meal brings back these memories. Love how he literally created that. It wasn't even done by a grandparent whatsoever. Why are you trying to give grandparents your credit for something that you did? Hey Finn, it's me, Max. Do you want to go out on a date? Yes, absolutely. I'm sorry. I cancelled out with a family recipe. It's okay. I have videographic evidence. I know that I can make it off screen. And then the only one that we need to make that we haven't made yet is the mood booster. But like I said, I think he actually already may potentially have access to that. Oh, hey, Aziz. God, my Sims are so handsome. Although, I have to say, Max, I'm really not... Did he just despawn? That's really, really rude. I can't believe that he invited us out on a date and then just stood us up. Max, we will be having words. You interrupted my flow. How very dare you? I was open, I was honest, I was down for going on a date with you, even though it took the attention away from our family recipes that we needed to focus on. But you know what? Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. I'm so sorry, Ida. I will never disrespect you that way again. Can you go back to creating that family? Oh, wait, or can we resume this French toast? And then Moodlet Booster increases the duration of happy and inspired moodlets. I don't even know what to go for this. Maybe black and white cookies, and then we do something fun like... I would go for a glow orb, but they're pretty expensive. Throw a little raspberry in there, and it's called It's Not All Black and White. Because, you know, creativity, sometimes you've got to see what's in between. Oof, I'm on fire with these family recipes. Oh, there we go. Chill Out Lads has been made. We're going to plop that into our fridge. We are about to head on over and have a cute little mother-son evening at the Const Modern. Whilst Ollie said that they didn't particularly want to really hang out with us anymore, we are still going to have them basically as our little buffer. We also technically do have Ida with us this time, and Ida and Crispin are both really, really good friends with one another. Oh my god, why is cannonballs? We're gonna take that. You know what? We're just gonna steal that one off them. I don't know why Cannonball is over here and not actually at their home lot. But I actually saw this iconic idea by OK Scientist 2762 over on Reddit. I was randomly just like searching about like the Trashley variants and stuff, and they posted, "It occurs to me I need to make a sim with the new aspiration for unlimited theft. Steal all of the vanilla uses of these items, aka the paintings that Trashley hasn't got a hold of, and use the proceeds to invest with Trashley until I can replace all of your thefts with the forgeries. And I thought that was the most iconic idea. So we have gone into the Cons Modern and I have put down every single version of these paintings. Now we do already have a couple of these up, like on our walls at home, so I kind of want to keep a Trashley original, but then I also want to put one into the Const Modern. So we are going to try and attempt to swipe this one whilst our mum maybe, and we're kind of using Ida here just a little bit. We have pulled her to the dark side a little bit. Obviously in the last part of this we did actually have her redeem a perk point that meant that she could fake payments to her employees, which she has started to do a little bit here or there. And right now she just thinks that Finn has like nicely asked her out, but really he's been plotting this. So now that she's up there, she's gonna place this easel in the world, and then ooh, are we gonna be able to do this? Let's try and paint from reference. We're gonna do a medium paint from reference. I feel like that would be a good size. I'm just scared that we're not gonna be able to get like the, oh my goodness, we can. Okay, we are gonna zoom in pretty close on this bad boy. I kind of want the frame in it as well, and we're gonna take a photo, and we are of course gonna paint that from reference, and then we're gonna try and seal this one, and in its place put this painting that our mother is doing. So why don't you come over here and try and chat with her a little bit. We are not going to reveal a deep secret. No. We are going to do some small talk. Do not enthuse about the thrill of the steal. No, thank you. We're gonna talk about the cooking that we did this morning. We're also gonna share some Nordhaven noise that we've managed to hear whilst we've just been chilling at the art gallery. Unfortunately, we do have, I think probably, do we have a little cooldown? Yes, I don't think it's gonna be 15 hours, but it might be. Look at him, he's viewing this one. He's like, which one is going to be my next victim? It definitely has to be one that we can already replace. So we do have the version of this one. Who needs failed heists in this game when you can make your own heists and make them go well? I do think it would be, honestly, this looks so good. This looks more like a painting than this one does. Like, there's just something about it that looks so sick. I really wish that we hadn't taken that one first, because we need to swipe this one and replace it, but we're gonna put that into Finn's inventory. She's only gonna do like one at a time for right now, but she doesn't know what she's doing, unbeknownst to her that she is helping him with this. Poor little Ida. She's actually going to go home. She's getting a little hungry and a little sleepy. Finn is basically using the excuse that he's doing like his extra credit work, you know? He's doing a project on Const Modern, like art gallery. To be fair, I had to do a project on that. And then, of course, we are going to go take a little trip over to Trashley's business and try and get some other Trashley originals. I don't think this one is honestly gonna cool down before 11 hours, so let's quickly go see what Trashley has on offer. I don't like this. Where are they at? Usually they're hanging around their shady alley. We're gonna have to buy so many best boxes from them. Let's go for 30, and then we'll also go for 10 of the others. How many did we get? Ooh, so we got art in many boxes. You get 6 pictures for price of 1 and make your wall look stylish. A very good deal. And then also study of form. Figure drawing class always the same. And Never include animal friends. Teachers say critter models move too much for beginner. Trashley disagree, but respect teacher opinion and just use imagination instead. Trashley, you absolute icon. Thank you so much. We're gonna discuss our interests and honestly maybe let Trashley in on our little plan. I mean, to be fair, we're just trying to build up local artists. We're just trying to put Trashley's name out there. That's definitely what is happening. That's exactly why I want to put Trashley's art on show in the Const Modern. Nancy Langrab being shady. I see you, girl. We're gonna give a funny introduction. Maybe she's heard some rumblings and she could definitely be useful for our little business venture in the future. So we are going to instill her with some false confidence and then also complain about the cold, you know, get some good old chatter going on between these two, some good old small talk. I did it. I made it the teen hangout spot. This is what the old construction site is currently looking like. We also do have a couple of pieces that we can graffiti. There's one of the garages back here, and the teens are kind of just hanging out. Again, Ollie has taken themselves off to work on their homework, whereas a majority of us are dancing away. Obviously, Finn is working on his athletic skill, which still isn't doing too hot. I do think we are really going to have to put some energy and some effort into this if we want to actually go on a good heist. This little hangout kind of gives them the space to talk about that something that Finn maybe wants to invest in. His little chat with Nancy Langrab outside made him realize, you know what, there are some silly Sims out there who have some money to invest. We're gonna sit and play some cards with the gang once we've finished punching things. Good job, that made him tense no longer. Oh, what? No. Okay, you were just straight up cheating there, Eric. Did you see that? I definitely saw that. Eric was sat there with his phone behind his hand. Look at them, thinking they're all big and grown, hanging out together, playing some cards. It's actually really sweet to see them all interacting like this. We're gonna enthuse about the thrill of the steal whilst we are playing. We already know that his business is going to be based on the thrill of the steal. There's nothing that Finn finds more exciting than that, except maybe the crush that he currently has on Max. No idea who won or lost that. Ever had one of those days at school where you just felt like you needed a hug? Oh no, stop it. Should we try and get Max to hug us, even if it's just like a little friendly hug? We could do an embrace. I want to try and rizz up. I don't know what this does. This is part of the Shady trait. Is it literally just like his version of a compliment? Okay, Riz King. We're gonna do a cheeky little pickup line, and I kind of want to ask for an embrace. Oh no, why can we no longer embrace? Where did that option go to? I just need a hug. Maybe potentially because we are having an awkward conversation. They all decided that they had to leave. But you know what, gang? This has been pretty darn inspiring for Finn. Oh my goodness gracious me. Please run to that bathroom. Thank goodness they all excused themselves because it meant that we didn't have to excuse ourselves. Even Ollie has headed home, so I know I'm gonna take the picture, okay? None of you wanted to hang out with me anymore. That's cool. We are gonna go back home. We're actually gonna try and bring Max with us. He definitely seemed to be the main investor, shall we say. Kind of want to show you what I have planned. We're gonna start getting into the makings of this because obviously, you know, he's aging up in just a couple of days, so he needs to get his future figured out. I have done a little bit, I guess you could say, of renovation when it comes to this little like building that we haven't really used up until now. This has always been like attached to our tattoo parlor, but it's been in disuse. Like it was obviously used to be like a cafe slash, I guess, like sweet shop kind of deal, which to be fair, we are going to keep this lower floor still as that, which means we need to make some investments. So we're actually going to just grab a couple of these counters that we need, and we're going to put them back here. No, let's do it along this wall, actually. I think we'll just go for 3 of these along the back wall, and then we will also grab a little sink. Then of course we do need to go to Businesses and Hobbies. We are gonna get this I kind of like the pink for now. I think we're gonna sort of buy into that. But we're gonna have this little fridge for people to choose from because we want to start selling some of our sweets. I think we'll get another one maybe over here as well, just to kind of like block off this area a little bit. I'm kind of hoping that my Sims are still able to enter it like through this little gap, but it kind of gives the illusion, you know, customers aren't allowed back here. Stay well behind the line. We are still social distancing. Thank you very much. We want to keep our employees safe. You know who the employee is? Me. It is, of course, Finn. And then we are going to grab some tables. So let's go for 2 little seats there. Actually, we'll make this like a little 3-seater. And then we'll get a 2-seater over here. And maybe also a 2-seater there. Some little white tables for everyone. There we go. That can be our table for 4. Looking pretty good on the surface. But obviously, we do have these little bookshelves as well for people to study. However, this one is very obviously, I mean, to us. Sorry for breaking the immersion for you all, but we've got some stairs going up to this area, which I have blocked out obviously with the wall art selling thing, and that's so that people also can't see into here. But I want to get one of the games tables. I want people to come up here and play some cards, maybe over in the back. And then of course we are gonna pull out that stolen piece that we should in fact have in our household inventory. Where is it at? There we go. Wait, can we not put it on here? Can you not sell like any art? Is there any way to get like other pieces of art to be sold? Like if I put this up on the wall, they're not gonna buy it because they're not gonna know that it's purchasable. Because I want to put the profit up by like 100% and just like absolutely rip off all the Sims that obviously think that they can buy an original art piece. Is there any way to sell regular art? I really want to be able to sell these OG pieces. I mean, what is good is the fact that in Businesses and Hobbies, we also got these little like cube displays. So we're gonna get a couple of these set up because we do also have some art that can go on top, such as the real Cordelia bust. We already stole this from, or we may have bought this actually from Trashley, but we know that, no, it was stolen. It tags it as stolen. This little guy wasn't stolen, but we're still gonna sell him. I think he came from Trashley, just like selling stolen goods to people. I am very excited for it. We're not gonna get into it in this part. That is definitely gonna be next episode, but I kind of wanted to show you like what I have planned. But thank you all so much for tuning in. Let me know about potentially selling like the paintings that we do have. I would absolutely, oh, these ones, the Trashley ones, because they're in my inventory, I'm allowed to sell those apparently. I don't know why it's not letting me sell the OGs, but if there is a way around that, please do not hesitate to let me know. I don't think there's a way that I can get the original into our inventory, which is slightly annoying. Of course, we are gonna play around with this new business venture in the next episode, and I will speak to you all then. Bye.